Greetings, this is Sorcerer Tile and welcome to my channel. Today's episode will be the first episode of Future Fridays, and we'll be focusing on my Rune Tarot hybrid system. It's taken me about 5 years to perfect this system, and I have tried many different card spreads, but I found the one that works best is to use the first 6 cards of the Celtic Cross method, and then cast the runes on top of that, using the positions of the cards as the rune chart. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get to today's guest. This is Adrian.
Hi.
And do you have a specific question you'll be asking me today, or just a general reading?
Just a general reading.
Alright. So like I said, I used the first six cards of the Celtic spread, Celtic Cross. Which, this first card is the identifier. The card on top of that is what covers them. So this will be about you, and this will be about the things most affecting you right now. This is what came before. This is what lies ahead. This is your foundations, or what lies beneath. And this is what crowns you, or what else is affecting your situation. And we will read those first, starting with the identifier card, which in this case is actually the card of medicine and healing. Are you perhaps going into some kind of medicinal practice or something like that?
I was actually thinking about it.
Okay, well that is definitely what these cards are about. Especially, I should have waited to ask, because that's actually what the Queen of Wands here is saying, is someone thinking about going in. So we got medicine, and then we have you're sitting on in this case obviously a woman, that's you, thinking about what they want to do. It's Queen of Wands, so growth and stuff like that. And so after that, we will go down to what lies beneath. Typically, people would go to what lies behind after this, but I just go with whatever flows. And we've got another queen, the Queen of Cups. So this means that there's an emotional reason behind why you want to get into the medicine. This is something that draws you on an emotional level, which is probably normal for someone getting into the medicinal arts, but it's also very good. And so now we will go to what lies behind. Looks like you've been putting a lot of work in.
Yes, that's an understatement.
Okay, that's what this card's all about. See, this guy's busting his butt here, working hard, and it's usually where it's in the past. It means you've been putting a lot of work into going into this field. And so, just because I don't want to go to this one just yet, since it's what lies ahead, we're going to go to the Crown next, and that's the Hermit. So I guess you've been feeling a little isolated lately, perhaps busy with your studies. And now we will go to what lies ahead. You will get what you want and hold to it tenaciously. See how he's got it? He ain't letting that go anywhere. It's also, in some ways, a card of balance, but it's also, mostly to me, the card of once you've got that, once you have this, it's going to be something you like, something you're going to want to hold on to. Okay, now for the final step. I don't actually use the original 4. Usually this spread has 4 cards off to the side here. It's your hopes, aspirations, and final outcome. Rather than that, as I said, we're going to use the tarot cards, or the runes. This was originally an Elder Futhark set, but over the years I have added many different trinkets, bones, many different things into the system. It's a very integrated system. And I usually do a cross. So one across like that, and then one down like this. And that's going to be the one with a lot in it, apparently. Okay, so these runes are often read more than once in relation to the cards. So, we're going to go over here to what came before first. Looks like some bad luck at some point, but when things were feeling like they weren't going to go like you were trapped, there was some people that came to help you and helped you see your strength. I'm not sure who that is. You might know, but it's saying that there was something happened in the past where you had to turn to your friends, and they helped you get back to where you are. And it wasn't an easy process. That's why this one's, I don't know why I turned it. That's why this one's upside down. It was hard. This one isn't actually upside down. It's just showing that it was a difficult process for you to regain into your strength. But you've been through that, and have been and this is the rune of initiations. Odinsword is another thing that it's called. It's usually like when you get pricked, but you're pricked in the right direction. So that leads to where you are now, which you're starting to get your balance back. You're starting to feel a little more like your equilibrium's there. And there's some hidden things, but it's not anything too significant. We'll probably get back into that because it's going to come down into the Queen of Cups. But it is saying this will take time for you to get to your foundations. You're not going to find your crown immediately, but it is there. Anytime this trinket shows up, it does matter. This particular time it's upside down, which means it's going to take a while and it's not going to feel immediately like I've got my crown. But you're going to stick at it. Everything's good here. It's not saying that there's bad, it's just saying that you're going to really want to stick to it. It's just going to be how you feel. This isn't what's going to happen, it's just more about how you feel. But there is foundations there. Othila, the rune of home and hearth. So it's there. It's just that it was hidden a little bit, and I think that's more going to be about how you're seeing it than what is actually there. Okay, so now let's go back down to what your foundations, what lies beneath. We have not the prettiest piece of turquoise, but we got the turquoise here. That, again, is talking about emotions. You must feel a deep connection to people. And perhaps maybe your husband encourages you in this. And that's really about all we've got here. We're going to go back up to the top, back up to the Hermit. Now this poison is actually, with this, you have a tendency to isolate sometimes, huh? Yeah, that's not a good thing. You're not really a natural introvert. That's kind of poisonous for you, but it's, at the same time, everybody needs a little bit of time. I'm not completely saying, oh, don't ever be alone again. But it is showing that is something that can harm where you're headed, is if you fall back into that routine of allowing yourself to want to isolate. And that's actually where this is. You see this one here? That's abundance and stability, and it's the only one here that's saying I'm upside down. And it's because it's up here, and where it is, it's saying if you allow yourself to isolate, it's going to make this harder. And other than that, the only other thing that's happened is we got the crow's foot, but he fell off the table, so that's a good thing. This usually means bad things, but he like fell off the table.
Okay.
So that means that the path you're on is leading you somewhere good that prevents this crow's foot from ever showing up. And I didn't mention these guys. This is saying actually that there won't be a lot of drama in this process, and that you should just not let yourself feel so what's the word I'm looking for? Unconfident. You should feel more confident. You do know what you're doing, but there's a little bit of drama there in your mind, and you also feel insecure about it a little bit. But like I said, this is all good. Just calm down. It's cool, man. Okay, so that'll conclude the reading.
Do you have any questions about it?
Do you have any questions about the reading?
No, not at all. I think that was pretty accurate.
Awesome.
So you feel good about that reading?
Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah. Does it help you at all?
Yeah, it actually helps quite a bit.
And you've never had a rune reading before?
No, I've never had a reading. So now I'm like, maybe I'll just do it once a week. See where things are going.
Wonderful.
Okay, so as I said earlier, this was the first episode of our Future for Fridays. Now, we had a drawing this week, because I needed to get up to my 100 subscribers, and we were very successful at that. I would like to thank everyone that is a new subscriber to the channel, and especially like to thank the Sorcerers Guild for participating. And so we're going to be doing a drawing for a pouch. And if you don't mind, go ahead and pick a name out of there. I'll let you angle that however you need to get that out. All right.
Melissa Holly Lawson.
All right, Melissa Holly Lawson. Well, you are a lucky winner. So I will go ahead and get a hold of you not long after this video comes out. And this has been Sorcerer Tal. Thank you for coming to Future Friday. Thank you for viewing our first episode of Future Fridays, and thank you for coming to our channel. We'll see you next time.